Hi, and welcome into the Ranch Sitdown. Our guest today, Cody Gill.
It's a song called Ryan's Song. By the time you said you were leaving, you were halfway out my door. All the dreams that we were living weren't enough 'cause you wanted more. Now I won't try to stop you, won't hold you back no more. 'Cause once this is through, don't you think you come back through my door? I don't give a damn what you're thinking. I don't care if you said you're sorry to my face. You were the one that did the leaving. Listen, baby, I ain't nobody's second place. I'll admit you once had my heart, your empty words that tore it apart. Used liquor to hide the pain, but I'll never feel that way again. Now it's all through with you, and you're all alone in your room. My face comes into view. Don't even try, girl, I'm over you. And I don't give a damn what you're thinking. I don't care if you said you're sorry to my face. You were the one that did the leaving. Listen, baby, I ain't nobody's second place. I don't give a damn what you're thinking. I don't care if you said you're sorry to my face. You were the one that did the leaving. Listen, baby, I ain't nobody's second place. Listen, honey, I ain't nobody's second place.
Cody Gill hanging out with us on the Ranch Sitdown. That one takes you back. As soon as we're done with this, you want to go to Boss Talks?
Yeah, let's go there. We got to swing by Impact Sound first. Get some albums,
yeah,
and then
see
we'll
Curtis and grab some CDs.
Yeah, grab some of that good stuff.
Man, this is old Stephenville days.
This is.
Last time we've done anything like this, I think.
I think so. I think you're right. Yeah, we were, it was Stephenville. There was a lot less gray going on.
Right.
At least on my side.
Hey!
Hey, you didn't have as much gray.
I think it was the last time I saw you and did one of these. You brought me a mouse pad.
I offered to bring you another one, and you said
Kenny
no.
Chesney, and it was right after that I stopped playing your music. I think right.
Yeah, that's how kids listen to that. That's how you don't win over program directors. I thought it was funny.
It was hilarious.
I thought it was funny, but
it was
obviously you don't have it anymore. So you know it
it got wore out. I used it so much. So man, it's been a while, Cody Gill.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
A lot, actually.
That's good.
It's a lot. Is the music stuff starting to happen now? But there's been a ton of stuff going on. So I hope you got a second. We got 15 years to talk. Build up the.
Yeah.
So
let me sit down.
April. No, just joking. So it's been a minute, but we were touring hard and heavy. Did that for about a decade, and then everybody kind of got tired.
Right.
And so we took a break. The break turned into a hiatus. The hiatus said like, "Hey, I've kind of got other things going on."
Right.
So. I went back to school.
Yeah.
And got an engineering technologies degree. So I worked in engineering for a little bit there in Stephenville. And then glutton for punishment, went back to school again at Tarleton and got a mechanical engineering degree. I don't know.
Go Texans!
Yeah,
though.
right.
That's
and
awesome.
so now I moved up here to Fort Worth. I work at Lockheed Martin in a group called Skunk Works as an aerospace engineer. And
Is that do you work in the building where the aliens are? Same building.
you know,
Look at him instantly. He can't talk about it.
well, I can just say that our aliens are better than Boeing's aliens.
Okay, good.
So,
Yeah, because their aliens are not doing a good job on those planes.
No, I work with a great group of people up there. They're super smart, so they haven't found out about me yet.
Right.
I guess, so I'm keeping up. But it's
You
a
just
great
stay
group.
quiet in the background.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Right.
But it's a real smart group, a good group of people. But I've been doing that. I've been playing ice hockey.
Yeah, we talked not long ago, and you were telling me ice hockey, and I thought you were pulling my leg for a minute.
Yeah.
You're serious.
I was serious. I've been playing ice hockey, and I love it. I play on 2 different teams. I'm still horrible. I mean, I keep throwing out the flying V, and nobody wants to do it. Apparently, that really doesn't work in real hockey.
Does it not?
No.
It's like the crane kick and the Karate Kid. It really doesn't
Well,
work.
it doesn't do what you think it's going to do. But no, I love that. I've been doing that, and it's funny when I went back to went to work at Lockheed. One of the things they want us to do is be creative, thinking outside the box kind of deal. And it sparked music again. I was like, and we went after we stopped playing. There were years I didn't talk to anybody in the band for years, and we started talking again through a text message, and that text message turned into a text group, and it was all of us. And then I was like, well, let's get a show together, and so we did a couple of shows and just picked right back up, had fun with it.
Wow.
Like, this is neat. Well, we didn't have a full band because, Zach, who was our original lead guitar player, is still with us. He's touring around playing golf and playing tournaments and making, winning.
So you got another guy that's doing pretty well in music.
In music as well. His brother, Caleb,
Yeah.
was our bass player, and he moved to Nashville. I can't remember what her name was. He's playing with. I'm just joking. So he's bass player for Ashley McBride.
Yeah.
And so he'll send us a text message. He goes, I'm sitting here next to Carrie Underwood, and I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, don't be weird about it, But,
I love you so much.
yeah. But he's doing that. Jared, our drummer, is down in Temple, and he and his brother have a home construction place. And then Richie has business up here in Fort Worth. And so we all got to talking, and we started wanting to play some shows. So we got them, and we did our first show and didn't have a bass player because despite what you may think, the Cody Gill band is not going to lure Caleb back away from Ashley McBride.
Well, you'd think it would.
Yeah, I thought so, but
really?
apparently, loyalties only go so far.
I guess.
But we picked up John Wazinski, who used to be the bass player for Granger Smith.
Okay, I thought I knew that name, yeah.
He is amazing, super nice guy, fit right in with us, and so he's been playing with us some shows, and we've been having a blast and doing that. And then all of a sudden, you start talking about, well, has anybody written any new songs? And we start putting our heads together, and we've got like 7 or 8 new ones.
Really?
Between a couple of us, and then Richie has a friend who's a songwriter out of Austin named Adam Birkland, and he's got a bunch, and so we've kind of put together, and next thing you know, we're getting ready to get in the studio and record some new songs.
I've seen some social media pictures of you. That's
us getting ready to work. Since we're all in different towns, we just try to record something easy, scratch track kind of thing, send it to everybody and say, hey, what are your thoughts on this? Listen to the lyrics, what do you think? And kind of get collaboration from everybody on it.
So are we going to do little bits and pieces, then everybody comes together to record, or everybody gets to record? The way technology is now, you guys can record across the nation and make one album.
We could.
It's wild.
We could, but I think we want that whole environment of a studio. Let's get up there in it. But I want, and we've talked about this, I want when we get to the studio, I don't want to be like, that's the first time I've ever heard this song. What are we doing? And we spend a whole day trying to figure it out. So we're trying to do a little work on the upfront side of it. So
that's exciting. I bet it feels like when you guys first started, when we're like, let's just have some fun and start a band and see what happens.
It's exactly what it feels like. We're doing it for fun. Like we want to make music, and we want to create new things and play shows, but we also know that we've got real jobs. We have our lives that we have to do, but we're having fun with it. So we're kind of on our terms, and to be honest, this is some of the happiest we've been. We get there and we'll start playing, and all of us, and I'm on stage with my friends again, and we're making music, even if the crowd's not massive because we haven't put anything out in 15 something years.
You got to reintroduce yourself to people.
Yeah,
is really what it is.
When I went back to school, the kids somebody told them that I used to be in a band, and then they're like, "Oh, my mom and dad have heard of you." And I was like,
oh my God!
He's like, "Shut up! You shut up! You're not in my group anymore."
Right, you're out.
But no, they was a good group of kids too, and they start coming out. But I mean, I'm in a different place than I was, and I know that that's kind of cliche to say, but I really am. So the first times when I'm writing and starting out, you're writing songs that are, I'm sad, or I found love, or I lost love, and something about whiskey because nothing rhymes with vodka, and
right.
so and so you're writing this stuff, and then now I'm in a good place, and I feel I'm happy, I feel positive, I think things are working out, and that's kind of changed how I'm writing now too. And one of the first songs that we're going to cut is going to be a song I did with Mike McClure. We wrote together and did one, and I got there and I was talking to Mike. I was like, I usually write sad stuff, but I'm not sad. He goes, "Well, don't write it then."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, I'll just pull the Mike McClure hat on and just write something else."
This will be easy.
So we did that, and we worked out something. And he goes, and he had good words of advice. He goes, "Cody," he goes, "I couldn't write a Yesterday Road today. I'm not that person anymore, and I'm not relevant to that. So you got to evolve your songwriting, and kind of what we've been doing." So
that is so wild.
It's been fun.
I bet it has been.
Yeah.
I can see it on your face that you're having fun.
You're
having fun just talking about it.
Yeah, I haven't had this much fun since I broke a string last time playing in front of you.
Oh, yeah, you're in studio and fingers are bleeding.
Spiked the boards and everything else.
It was nuts. I forgot about that. So, like, you were a part of the Stephenville music scene just as it kind of exploded, and now Stephenville's known for guys like Co Wetzel and 6 Market Boulevard and Dolly Shine, but, like, the Cody Gill Band was one of those very first ones that, like, people started paying attention to the Stephenville music scene. That was a really cool time to be in music.
It was a great time to be in music. People were hungry for it. And when these bands like 6 Market and Co Wetzel and them, like when we would play, we mentioned Bostocks. It's a parking lot now, but we mentioned that place. It was a fun place to play. These guys would come to the shows, and then we'd talk to them, and then we'd come back up and meet up with them on an open acoustic open mic night or something, later, but another night. But yeah, they would come to the shows and stuff. And when we quit playing, like all of our equipment, like 6 Market, I think, got our trailer and a bunch of our cases and stuff. And then another band that was trying to start out we got rid of the PA and stuff, just trying to help them out. But yeah, we were right there on the cusp of it. And when we started. It was Mike Graham he'd been playing for a little bit. Of course, Larry Joe had been there for a long time and is still, there playing. But it was those early on days, and then towards the end of it, it was like these other bands just kind of picked up
there was
and,
a lot
and
of
carried
bands
on.
in Stephenville towards the end.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And so it's good. It's amazing to see how it's blown up.
It is. It's kind of sad what it is now. We joked about Impact Sound. It was a cool time in music in the Stephenville scene where there were clubs that played. There was Bostocks and City Limits that played, this music you guys could get booked at. And you would go to the shows and you want to go buy the CDs. So you'd go see Curtis at Impact Sound. And if he didn't have it, he would call me at the radio station like, "All right, these guys saw this band and they know this song. What song is that?" And so then he would order it for you.
Yeah.
Like it was like everybody kind of championed for each other and helped each other out and really supported each other.
And it was there was times where playing, the city was involved with it. So they'd have the 4th of July. Of course, they had the music series, and they wouldn't just bring in artists out. They'd bring local people in, like we would play it too. And it was always the whole community was behind it and supportive of it. And that was one of the things when we all went out, everywhere we went, we made sure everybody knew we were from Stephenville and we were proud of it.
Yeah.
And still are. We still are proud of it. And we don't play there as much. Well, we don't play anywhere. But we're working. We're getting there. Anybody in Stephenville want to book us? No. But
here's my contact
info and hit me up. But now going back to Stephenville, when I went to school there, it was a different scene of music altogether because the acts that came out of Stephenville were big now.
Yeah.
And so when people would see them would be at the festival and other things like that, but there wasn't the venues like what we had back then to showcase music.
Yeah.
You didn't have that. You don't have it as much anymore.
Yeah.
And that's sad. But I mean, it's still, when you look at the bands that are still playing and coming out of there, it's a lot of ties to it. So.
It's really cool. It really is. So, like, you had to go back and get all the equipment, it sounds like.
I'm still, well.
You asked McClure for your orange amp that
you
bought for him, basically.
I wish. I don't even know if he still plays it or not. I'm like, you're done using it, I'll take that back.
Right.
But,
I remember we were at a show and McClure's playing. Is like, yeah, so he did my album and I paid for that amp.
That's exactly right.
Pretty much.
Every time I see it, I'm just like, yep, that's where that money went. Though we had to kind of get everything back again and find out. I mean, there's certain things we kept, but I run sound for the Dallas Derby Devils too. My wife's roller derby team, the local roller derby, and so I knew how to run a PA sort of, and so that's why I kind of am their announcer and all that. And
you have a persona, right?
Yeah.
You want to say it?
Yeah, I go by Hat Trick Harry. I was drinking.
I was gonna say,
we'll say whiskey. Whiskey rhymes with everything.
Because nothing rhymes with vodka. Yeah,
I might write that. And I looked in the mirror and I'm like, man, my beard's getting hairy. I'm like, there's my derby name, Hat Trick Harry, and I don't know why that came about, but the derby needed PA equipment.
Yeah,
it just so happened that works in a band situation too. So
yeah.
That's how I've been navigating. Oh, she's going to listen to this.
So I've been loaning you my PA system over here.
Thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
But we've been building all that back up and just having fun, just figuring all that stuff out of it again. Just because if we do play shows, and we have a couple booked and a couple coming up. One coming up in Fort Worth next week, and so
cool.
we want it to sound good because that was one of the things that I always thought is our live shows were energetic, they were fun, and the crowd seemed to have fun. They
were, yeah.
And I know that people seem to have a good time at them. So
that's very cool.
We're trying to bring all that back.
So the album we're working on, we're in the initial phases of it.
Initial phases. We're looking to get in the studio before the end of the year.
Okay.
So we're all our songs. We have some that are complete as far as lyrics and arrangement. We've got some tweaking to do on them once we get in the studio, and then we've got a couple that need a little bit more wordsmithing on the words. And I used to think that an album or song, if you didn't finish it in 5-10 minutes, it wasn't a good song. Just don't start it. And then I watched. I don't know if you ever watched the Get Back documentary for the Beatles.
Yeah.
And they just worked it. I mean, there was times he was saying like "I love you like a cauliflower" or whatever, and they're just till the word. And he goes, till the words come, just feel it and just work the song. And even Mike said that. Mike said when we were working through it, he goes, well, what do you mean here? And he goes, we went line by line.
Really?
And I've never done that. And it was actually really helpful. It was like you just kind of get everything out of your head and your heart and just get it on paper. And then you come back through it. And then you start tweaking it and polishing it and refining it. And I was like, that's really cool approach to it. So we've been doing a lot of that. I don't know if we're going to do any kind of, do people use CDs and stuff anymore? I don't know. We're going to do a digital release on everything.
I got a whole room full of
I know
CDs.
You do. I need to make one CD or two, one for you and one for my dad.
Yeah.
But, now,
you got any 8 tracks? You working on those too?
We talked about doing a vinyl.
Vinyl's expensive though, man. It's crazy.
I know. I need to talk to Mike Graham. He just did his I think he did a vinyl pressing.
Yeah. I don't have one.
Yeah. That's 2.
Yeah.
But no, I listened to it, and that's a great album too. I'm really proud of him, the hard work he did on that and everything. So we're still trying to navigate on how all that logistical stuff later. But we're doing it all ourselves, and we've been talking to a couple of studios, and we're just kind of working out the dates and get in there. So we're excited.
Right,
about it.
Man, it's exciting.
I'm excited. I don't know, like I have a bunch of other stuff going on, and then this happened. I'm like, well, let's pile on one more thing.
Right? Yeah.
An album's not stressful at all. Let's just go and do that.
Yeah, why not? You're just putting yourself out there for the world to hear. What's the big deal?
Hear and judge and critique.
No, people don't do that anymore.
No, they don't.
That? No, everybody just kind of lets things go and scroll by.
That's what happens.
That's the world now.
Well,
so you want to do one more song for us?
Yeah.
Since I'm over here full of S.
Yeah, I was like, okay. What world are you living in?
Yeah, like nothing divide. Maybe like a song about politics would be great, and religion, if you could throw all that in there.
Actually.
No,
now that
so
you got me queued up.
Something new.
This is new. I'm gonna do the song that me and McClure wrote.
Okay. Tell us about it.
This song, I started.
What do you mean there?
Huh?
What do you mean by that line?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Tell me.
I'm going to stop you midway through it.
What do you mean by that?
Explain what you're talking about here. So I came to Mike with an idea of the song, and I had some of it down, around 50-60% of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we sat down and started talking about it, and then we did it over Zoom, actually. And we wrote and got together and went through it. And it's, I don't know. He kept asking me, he goes, what are you trying to say here? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I just thought that sounded neat. And he goes, all right, that's a good enough answer for me.
Know,
yeah. You don't really have to. And so we called it One Track at a Time.
Mm-hmm.
And, it turned out actually pretty cool. And the next day he messaged me and goes, hey, I'm still singing it in my head. So he goes, it holds out.
That's
like,
good.
That's good then. So
that's really cool.
So we've got another one where I'm talking to him about that we're kind of going to start working on too for the album.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited about finishing this one. So this next other one. But yeah, this is One Track at a Time.
All right.
Got 37 miles left in this situation. Got a pocket full of lucky that I'm saving till there's no one around. Seems like everything today just leads to frustration. Well, everybody's screaming, but nobody's hearing the sound. Grab your ticket, mama, the train's about to leave the station. Get on board, we'll take you for a ride. Hold on tight and stay your destination. We'll take it mile by mile, one track at a time. Wait a minute, brother, where do you think you're going? We've been rolling on for way too long. Way too long. Won't you roll another number for us while we're waiting? I hear that whistle blowing, so let's move along. Grab your ticket, mama, the train's about to leave the station. Get on board, we'll take you for a ride. Hold on tight, stay your destination. We'll take it mile by mile, one track at a time. Grab your ticket, mama, the train's about to leave the station. Get on board, we'll take you for a ride. Hold on tight and stay your destination. We'll take it mile by mile, one track at a time. One track at a time, Lord, one track at a time. We'll take it mile by mile, one track at a time. One track at a time, Lord, one track at a time. We'll take it mile by mile, one track at a time.
Cody Gill, he is back, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it's exciting.
Thank you,
That's
man.
a good song, too, dude.
Like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like the first to hear it than a few other people. But.
Good, because I just made a bootleg copy. We're going to be selling them out here on the Sundance Square in a minute.
That's fine. As long as it's getting your thumbs up that you're okay with it.
Absolutely, man. It's a great song. Buddy, it's good to see you again,
It is great
man.
seeing you, too, man. It's been a while, so I'm happy to see you and happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's been exciting.
Right.
I've been nervous.
Are you really?
I've been nervous all week. Like, I don't get nervous. I've been freaking nervous.
Me?
I know, but
it's
I didn't
know.
It's
not a big deal.
You have many leather-bound books. Okay.
Many. Rich mahogany smell, yeah. I do have 2 bathrobes. I don't like to brag now. That's how much money I'm making.
Oh, nice.
They both came from Goodwill, but that's how much money I'm making.
As you paid less than $8 for them, you're good.
Right, right. Well, buddy, thank you, my man. Can't wait to hear this new album. Keep you updated on it.
Will do. I will.
Cody Gill, everybody.